consider me a big shot. What up to Stevie, Mimi, Scrap, yo, I'm on my love and hip hop. Yes, so solid, it flows through my body. And if you got it, love, I'm told that's where God is. I'm Tyrone Higgins, whenever love is given to be pragmatic. I'm just an addict for your love, I gotta have it. My problems disappear when love's connected. I never wanna take back an hour, minute, or second. What a blessing, love ain't proud, it ain't rude. Love, it rejoices in telling the truth. Love is so patient, kind, it doesn't envy. Love your friends, love your enemies. I hope this love sink in. Got love for my neighbor, agape phileo. Let me be more convincing. Maybe you can dive in and exegete or censor, dissect the scripture. Well, Bishop, we show love. Or if you a sinner, transgender like Bruce Jenner, well, Caitlyn, we show more love. We use basic math, don't subtract, divide it. God can take one love, then add or multiply it. Don't want to swear by it. I promise if you don't have love, your life will be full of the opposite. And that's a big mistake. You trying to demonstrate all love in sync like Justin Timberlake. And that's a big mistake. You trying to demonstrate all love in sync like Justin Timberlake. If it cost $1 million, or if it was free, I love you, you love me. Let's put love together. Love sing, love sing, love sing, love sing.
Yes, yes, y'all. It's that time again, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for Love Sync Ministries Love Lessons. And this is the second interview of the day. Like we say here at Love Sync Ministries, our foundational scripture is 1 John 4:8. He that loveth not knoweth not God, for God is love. So we want you to always be that representation of God here on earth. So we want you to show love to each and everybody, the saved and the unsaved, constantly and consistently on a daily basis. So my next interview I got coming up, ladies and gentlemen, is another powerful woman of God. Been knowing her for a little while now. She wouldn't pay for our food when we met her at the diner at the little breakfast spot. You know, that's just how cheap she is sometimes. Just kidding, everybody. But ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Miss Vanette E. Howard.
How are you? How are you?
What's going on, young lady? What's going on?
I am blessed, and I thank you for the opportunity to come and talk with you and chat with you.
Well, you know, since we haven't been doing our Love Sync meetings, don't see you no more.
I know. Oh my goodness. I was just telling somebody about that, just thinking about that. I think I passed by the barbecue place over by my side of town. So I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, so maybe probably by spring or summer of next year, we might be rolling again. So we'll see.
We'll see. We shall see.
All right, so let me do you like I do everybody. I'm going to open this up with asking you 5 questions just to get the brain flowing and get you ready to roll. So the first one I'll ask you is, what was your nickname growing up?
My nickname growing up, and still is my nickname, is Net, because Vanette is a little bit difficult. So Net just kind of shortens it on up. That's my nickname.
All right. So did nobody call you Net?
Yeah, they did.
All right.
How did you know that? How did you?
You know, that's just black folks for you. You know how we do.
Black folks. I mean, what in the world?
You know,
yes.
man, Ray. You know, we got to say it twice every time. You know.
You got to say it twice. Yeah. So that's one too.
All right. So, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is red.
Red. All right. And
I love the color red.
And what's your favorite hobby or pastime?
Oh my goodness. What is my favorite hobby? I guess my favorite hobby really is reading. It's probably reading. And then the second one would be writing, but reading would probably be my favorite hobby.
All right. And then what is your favorite season?
My favorite season is summer.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. Forget that.
I'm a winter baby, but I love summer.
Well, that's my next question. What month were you born?
I am born in January.
Uh-oh,
And so
what date?
25th.
That's it. That's it.
I think I remember. Is your birthday like a day or
No,
after, before?
it is the 25th.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, the 25th of January. You know it. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
No wonder
Wow.
no wonder we get along. It's Aquarius, man.
Yeah, that's what it is.
All right. Last question. Where were you born?
I was born in Midland, Texas,
Oh, well, I feel sorry for you, but somebody had to be born
out
there.
in the Dust Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's the oil bowl now, from what I hear.
It is. It is. And it's booming. But yeah, in Midland, Texas.
All right. Well, let's get into it. Now, here's what I always do. I always ask everybody, when did you first get saved?
I first got saved as a young adult. So I was 21 and just really needing some answers in my life. And some things had already gone wrong up until that point. And, and I was searching. But yeah, at 21, this is when I first got saved.
All right. And like I ask everybody, because I know it normally happens. So when did the backsliding start?
Oh my gosh. Woo. You know what? I was on fire as everybody on fire for the Lord. I mean, everything is crystal clear and pretty blue, and I want everybody to be saved. And oh my goodness, wow, woo. Probably I want to say maybe about 24, 25. I don't know. Things just got really tough for me, and oh my goodness, I just, I had fallen away from the church that I was going to at the time, and that really wasn't a good idea. That really didn't help me. And I still love God and still love the Word of God, but man, boy, I was just trying to tunnel through and pick some wrong relationships and pick some wrong places to be in and all of that. And God, it was just a time where I really, really, needed God, and just got lost in that time.
Right. So then now, when did you really get serious about it?
And you know what? I really got serious when I really just got tired of that whole lifestyle. I really just got tired of, different relationships, got tired of just the way that life was going, and I knew inside that, this is not how God had called me to live. And I prayed one day, and that's one of the main reasons that I wrote the book. But I mean, I prayed and prayed. I had 3 children at the time. I was divorced. I asked God. I said, God, I need direction. I need to, get back to you, and I know I need some structure in my life in that. And went to a friend's wedding and was sitting at a table with just somebody that I didn't even know, and she was talking to my friend that I came with, telling me about this church. And her description was everything that I had prayed to God about, that we needed and that I wanted, in a church. We started going to that church, and oh my God, was it a blessing to me and my children. And it really was an answer to prayer and got us back on track and really serving God, all of us.
So now, what's the ages of the kids?
Now, my children now they're adults. So, I have adult children. I have a 27-year-old, I have a 33-year-old, and a 34-year-old.
Okay. So now, at the time with the children, were you still married? In between, what was that situation like?
Yeah, that situation when I first joined the church, prior to that, we were separated and divorced. Well, we were separated. And so then then we divorced. And then, like I said, it came upon, that I heard about the church. And like I said, everything just straightened out for us. I mean, it was just amazing. Just all kinds of things just started happening in our favor once I got connected back right in my relationship with God.
Now, were you saved at the time that you got a divorce, or where were you at within your stage when that happened?
When that happened, I was in a backslidden state. I was not, really serving God. I was not, doing anything. I still intermittently, pray. When you get in trouble and you
Right.
throw up a Hail Mary. And just I knew, I really knew, God, I really need you, but I was still trying to do things my way. I was still young, and so I was in a backsliding state at that point.
Mhm. So then now, how I ask everybody, so now how did you walking with God and you getting in his word and your maturation into Christianity, how did that help you then, a single mother raising 3 kids? How did you
Wow.
how did your faith hold you together through all that time? Not just taking care of kids, but having to take care of you without falling apart.
Oh my God. Oh my God. When I tell you, like you said a key thing, the maturation, the maturing. God really started maturing me, because a lot of what I was doing before was just immature choices, immature, things that weren't beneficial to me and weren't beneficial to my children. The people that I was bringing in our lives wasn't beneficial to us at all. The things that I was doing was, far away from the peaceful shore, from where I knew I needed to be. So once I was able to start getting a consistent life of, number one, studying the word, and then making sure that I did that with my children. And how I know the Lord was really moving, they were excited about studying the word with me. They were excited about going to church. They were excited about the things of God. And so, as we just huddled in there together, and then we prayed together, we started, learning really at that point about prayer, because, it's hard as these children are growing up and hitting all those different stages. You as a single mother, you need some help, and not that I didn't have help from the dad, or not that I didn't have help from my parents that were really instrumental in providing a good balance, but I had the help of the Lord, and my children saw that, that I really trusted God and really sought God, and I know that it made a difference, in their lives.
Okay. So so then with all that going on, when did you finally get, hey, my number has been called, I answered the phone, and God has called me to ministry? So when did that happen?
That actually Oh my God, that is so fun. It's such a funny story. That happened while I was at the church that, we started going to. And I was just sitting in a Sunday school class. And one of my classmates was actually one of the Sunday school teachers. And I'm just sitting there. And, we have, since I've been there at the church, we've been talking the word and, and just excited about it. Well, he goes and gets married and says, you know what, you would be great to teach the Sunday school class. And I said, what? I said, you have got to be kidding. And me? Oh, no, sir. I was like, no, all these people in here. I mean, we had some really educated people. That really knew the word. I'm like, I have not gone to seminary school. I have not, all of this is in my head at the time that I needed to have done before I even thought about teaching a class. And lo and behold, I talked with the pastor's wife who was over the Ministry of Education, and she agreed, and I mean I started scared as I don't know what, teaching our Sunday school class. And after that, it was a wrap. I mean, so I answered scared, but I answered.
So now that the like I said, the brother said, "Oh well, hey, well you'll be a good Sunday school teacher." But when did you know that God called you to bring forth that word?
Uh, as I began really to study the word, and I began to understand about hearing God, and understanding his confirmation on different things, I started, in my prayer time, God unctioning me to do certain things. And he started, telling me start a women's group, start this with an outside prayer group, and start doing this. And as I followed what he said, everything just started opening up. So I knew that he had confirmed exactly what I heard from him.
Yeah, and see, I don't even know. See, it's been so long. I don't even remember how, when, or where that I even asked you to come speak. But I had never heard you speak or nothing like that before. But this sister here, I know she gonna bring it. And every time it called on you, you brought it. So I just, I'm really wanting to get into the habit. And I know I probably said it on Facebook post, don't know if you've seen it or missed it, but for everybody that spoke during that time with Love Sync Ministry, I want to
Wow.
each and every one of you guys, because like I said, I just trusted God to trust you guys to bring forth whatever you were going to say. Because I never told y'all what you had to speak on. I just said, hey,
Nope.
whatever God put in your heart, you bring it. And so you guys, everybody spoke, and it was like 3 of y'all at one, in the same night. And no matter how many times we've done it, and no matter what each individual spoke on, it always lines up. And that's how I know God is working through everybody. And that's how I know to trust God, that he's going to bring forth people that's going to do the right thing and say the right thing, and it's all going to work itself out. So I just want to appreciate you guys, and especially you, for doing that, coming through, letting God use you, and to be able to put forth his word to his people. Because that's what we have to remember. We're doing his work for him, and those are his people that we're supposed to be showing love to. And I appreciate you coming out and doing that each time. So there's going to be some things come on down the line. We're going to keep it going. And speaking of keeping
I thank you and your wife, I mean, just for being as dedicated as you all are, and operating in excellence, because I mean, those were really, really some nice times, that we had. You all didn't have steps, so just really operating in excellence, and really, like you said, allowing the Lord to lead you in what you do.
Yes, indeed. And so, speaking of letting the Lord lead you, now you got to tell me what started this right here.
You know what? Ever since I was a teenager, I wanted to be a writer. I really admired, you may not remember her, but Susan L. Taylor, the editor of Essence, back in the day. And I mean, I loved her writing. I really wanted to write, and that has always been a dream. And it looked like it was never going to, it was far, far away. But God brought me back to it about 2016 and said, look, I've got this book that I want you to get out. And I mean, I didn't know what to write on. He just said, start writing. And I started writing on prayer. And, the writing has always been there, and God is just, I'm a journaler, so I journal. So all of that was there, but God said, you know what, now's the time to put this together in a book.
Okay. So, excuse me. So now what made you concentrate on prayer?
What made me concentrate on prayer is just it was really the Lord's heavy unction, and burden on my heart. I tried to think of other things that I might write about, but every time it came right back around to prayer. And as I looked over all the notes and things that I had written, that was the thing that I felt like the Lord really wanted me to emphasize about Him to others, because, like you said, we're here to do His will. And so He wanted me, I believe, to share with others that the benefits of really talking with Him and getting to know Him, and our relationship with Him. And so I just followed His lead.
Mhm. Now, speaking of prayer and everything, so this is something I should have asked you too, because how is it as a single woman of God? How is it these days, and how does your faith and everything come into play? Because I know different men trying to holler at you, whether they're outside the church, inside the church. So how does that dynamic work with you now as a adult, mature a woman of God, going to different churches? You're speaking, you're doing this, but at the same time, you don't know what the intentions of men are most of the time. So now at this time, how is that dynamic for you?
Yeah, completely different. Completely different. That's how that is. And it's so interesting that you say that, because I have classmates, I have different, like you said, different guys. Now you can holler at people in Instagram, you can holler at them through Facebook, all kinds of ways, now, from way back in the day. And so now, though, I know God has given me that eye and that focus to say, okay, that this is just somebody that's trying to holler at you, but this is not my plan for you. This is not part of the plan. So you're cordial and you're nice, with the individual, but okay, look, I know what God has called me to, and He's done too much for me for me to jump back over to the other side and do something foolish. So
now let me ask you this.
I would say I'm definitely settled in who I am in Him, and just knowing that I know the path that I'm to be on.
Right. So let me ask you this: have any so-called spiritual brothers, whether they be elders, deacons, some pastors, associates, pastor, have they ever tried that? Girl, let me tell you, God told me to tell you that you're supposed to be my wife.
Now you know what? I haven't had them. Woo, and we reviewed it. I have not had that one. Oh my goodness. But I have had the ones where, I sure do love the way you teach, and and give me a call, and maybe we can, go eat there or whatever, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying, that there's anything wrong with that. But no, I haven't had that one where, yeah, you're supposed to be my wife. No, thank God I have not had that one.
Okay. I guess they growing up then, because I know a couple people I know had that pulled on them. So you got to watch yourself out there.
Yeah. Now younger. Now I'm a little bit older now, a little bit more mature, but now definitely younger. Now definitely younger. I definitely had that. I was like, oh my goodness, no. But yeah, I definitely had that when I was younger.
Right. So like I said, you talked about your kids and how old they are, and how you guys prayed and went to church together and all that kind of stuff. So how do you now? Are they all boys, girls, boys? What you have?
My oldest is my daughter, and my son is the middle one, and then I have the youngest one is a daughter.
Okay, so you got two daughters in there, and you got a son. So like I said, so being a single mother, how do you feel that your walk influenced them? What did you know that you had to do to influence them to stay on the right path by what you did?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I really had to live what I was telling them,
Mm-hmm.
because if I wasn't living it, it wasn't going to be real to them. They're just this generation is it's got to be real. It can't just be you talking it. You gotta walk that thing out. And so I know that God allowed me to successfully do that because my children all walk with the Lord. Now, are they perfect? Absolutely not. Um, but I mean, they lean on God. My oldest daughter and her husband are pastoring a church in East Texas. My son has a Christian nonprofit organization, and then my youngest daughter is a counselor. But she's always looking for opportunities, or opportunities actually come to her to minister for the Lord. And so I know that from that time of us together really following after God, that it's stuck with them. And just to hear them when they talk, and hear them in the thing, see them in some of the things that they do, I know that they're following the Lord.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Because we all can't say that. We try, but it all don't work out for everybody.
And there are hiccups in between. So
and because when it comes to kids, and like I know with my children, like boy and girl and a boy, the girl is the oldest, like I said, she's 33 and he's 27. And my daughter, see, she seen me when I wasn't saved, then when I was saved, or thought I was saved, or tried to be saved. So her relationship with me and my son's relationship with me is two different things, because she saw the bad times, and then oh, you supposed to be this times, and then oh, now you want to be like this time. And he basically said, oh, this is how you are in this stage of life as you walk your love walk. So you get two different dynamics from two different kids as the stage that they see you in. And sometimes, and that's why, because I know one time I was upset with my parents because the way they were supposed to be in church. But once I understood the love walk, then I said, something, I can't be mad at my parents no more, because they only love me the way that they knew how to love me, from what they learned from their parents and what they learned from their parents. And when you come not too far out of slavery like that, and Jim Crow and everything that went with it, they were basically just trying to survive and keep each other living and not getting hung or shot or something like that. So that love walk wasn't there as strong as it could have been, because there was more in a survival mode than just let me love on you mode like we can now. So I had to learn in the love walk to forgive my parents for the way they raised me, because they only raised me in the best way they could. And I had to ask, and I asked my daughter, I say, well, hey, forgive me, because I raised you in the best way that I thought I knew how. But now that I love walk, I ask for your forgiveness, because I know if I was walking that love walk then, I could have done better by you. So, so I tell everybody, forgive your parents, don't get mad at them and what they did and how they did, because they was only doing what they was taught and what they got from it. But if they were all walking that love walk, we would all be happy and wouldn't be on Dr. Phil and anybody else's.
But yes, absolutely.
So,
and I mean, you said a mouthful with that. That's so true, because even within your dynamic with your children, there, like you said, for me, there was my two oldest ones, and it was completely different. For them, like you said, you're just trying to survive and trying to make it, and then it's a little bit different from with my younger daughter, and we all seem to get on the same page there, coming on through. But we have to forgive each other. We do the best that we possibly can.
Yep, exactly. So, well, young lady, let me ask you this. For all those that want to get a hold of your book, or when it's time to open back up to, start teaching and preaching again, so let everybody know, how can they get a hold of you?
They can get a hold of me. You can go to my website at www.iamvanette.com. You can also catch me on Facebook, Vanette E. Howard Facebook page. Also, our women's group, the Coffee and Girl Talk with God Facebook page, and then on Instagram, which is just simply _ Vanette. And so, either one of those ways, you can reach out, and I will definitely respond. And you can reach out, and I'm available to talk about the book and just share about the Lord.
All right, there you go. That's my friend to the end, just like Chucky. She'll never die on me. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to make sure you take care of yourself. Be safe out there, and
Yes.
keep doing what God has called you to do. And hey, we'll see you on the next year. Well, hey, I don't know where you're gonna celebrate your birthday, but hey, I got to do something.
I know something, man. Oh my goodness.
I'm getting ready. Hey, I'm getting ready to hit the big 6-0, so I got to do something. You know what I'm saying? So
you definitely have to. You definitely have to do something.
I got to do something. So but I'll tell you what I say. Woo, that's your book trying to run away. Get back here, book. So you take care of yourself, like I said. Just keep on doing what God is calling you, and well, I know for sure because I know how you walk. I know that you're not looking for no husband, right?
I am not looking. I am not looking.
The word says, "He who finds, not she." You just do what He called you to do. You just do what He called you to do. He called you to love on His children. As long as you keep loving on His children, yes. See what I tell people. I'm about to run long, but here's what I tell people. I say, listen here. All you do, stop. You can't save nobody because you didn't make nobody. All God is calling us to do is be Him. If the scriptures say God is love, then you be God. You be love, aka love to everybody that you meet. As you do that, and that's what God is calling you to do, then guess what? He has no choice but to bless you with the right man. Whoa, look out now. Hallelujah. What's that, people? Hey,
you done went into a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show.
All right, sister, you take care of yourself. Until next time, we'll do it again where we were just talking straight Bible or whatever the case may be. But you take care of yourself, be safe, social distance, keep your mask on, and tell them men if they don't come right, don't come at all.
Don't come at all.
All right. There you go, ladies.
All right.
Bye. See you next time. All right, y'all. That was our sister Vanette E. Howard. So y'all make sure y'all take down all her information, talk to her about her book and everything else she has going on. And like I said, you guys remember, on this Facebook and this YouTube, y'all make sure that y'all like everything that you see on Facebook, on YouTube. Go to the Love Sync channel. Love Sync is one word on there. Go to Love Sync Ministries on YouTube. I got a lot of videos from there from when me and the wife were doing love talk, and then you got these love session videos. Go out there because the way YouTube got it set up, you got to have so many either views on your videos or so many likes and subscriptions. So when you go to YouTube, like, subscribe, watch all the videos you can, build everything up. Because like I said, we're trying to monetize this thing because like I said before, I'm not trying to make money because I need the money. I'm trying to make money so I can give it back to you. So help me to get a whole bunch of subscriptions, a whole bunch of a whole bunch of views on those videos. Let's bump it up. Let's monetize this thing so we can start doing giveaways. Because believe me, when we used to do the Love Sync Ministries, we gave away gift cards every time we did it, and we gave away 3 or 4 gift cards each meeting. I love giving money to people. I love doing the giving part of this. So help me, as they said in Jerry Maguire, help me to help you. And so if we can get this thing monetized, then that means I can give money back to you. So again, this has been Brother Darryl McGriff with Love Sync Ministries. This has been Love Sessions. So you guys take care. And remember, if God is love, then we want you to show everybody love. because you never know who you're going to be a blessing to by showing them God. So you guys take care until next time. Have a blessed one.